In Vegas, it snowed the other day, so hopefully it's not snowing at the T-Mobile Arena this weekend. We got John Jones coming back. Now, I've been looking at the lines for this one. John Jones was up at minus 1375 about a week ago. Now we're entering fight week. He's at minus 900. I know that's not your bread and butter, but some people think Smith has a chance. That's what that means. What do you think, Dev?
Well, the last time I remember a headlining fight having this big of an underdog is actually Matt Serra and George St. Pierre, and we remember how that turned out. That was probably the biggest upset in UFC history. In all seriousness, when you look at their resume, you look at their body of work, take away Jones's scandals and all the outside of the cage conversation. When you just look at what we've seen in there, Smith is a fighter that has some holes. I think this is a great story because Smith started his career, I think, like 15-13, and since then he's went like 16-2, and now he's fighting for a world title. And he's definitely a good comeback story, and it would be one of the best stories that we've seen in a long time if he were to be the one to finally beat John Jones. But the odds, I think, are right. I think it's highly unlikely. If it were to happen, it would be a huge upset. But Anthony Smith is a guy who a lot of people are, he's out there really defending himself, talking about, the internet being so mean and stuff. And, he's gotten a lot of hate and stuff. And I feel for the guy because he's a cool guy, but it's because he really hasn't done that much to deserve a title fight. He fought a very old Shogun and Rashad Evans, pulled off some big knockouts, and then he had a lackluster win over Volkan Oezdemir to get this fight. So I understand why the odds are that bad. I understand why so many people are counting him out so bad. But he's a big underdog, but it's almost worth cheering for him because it would be such a cool story if he were to pull this off.
I agree with you 100%. At the end, I want Anthony Smith to win this fight. I'd like the John Jones break to just be over because it's just too much of a circus for me. If it's going to happen, it might as well happen right now. But is Anthony Smith, the right guy? We're going to find out on Saturday. The problem, I think, here is that he's not the right guy. I think John Jones is probably going to win this fight. But that Smith, really, with the 40 fights, the experience he's bringing, he's playing the part perfectly right. Money's coming in. He's saying the right things. He's getting people to like him. We're going to want him to win until the fight starts, and then John Jones does John Jones' thing, and I think we're all going to be like, oh, well, that was good. I hope it doesn't go that way because I really do think Smith deserves love, not hate. But we're in a situation here where Jones has just been so dominant every time we've seen him that it's hard to see it going a different way this weekend.